Alright, so let's talk about the Tinderbox. So, this is a 1946 Danish film. Um, it's based on the Hans Christian Andersen fairy tale. Um, and, yeah. Um, the animation is heavily inspired by or yeah, according to this Wikipedia page, the project was inspired by the works of Walt Disney, Max Fleischer, and Dave Fleischer, especially Gulliver's Travels, the 39 movie. And yeah, I can definitely see the inspiration there. It did look a lot. Yeah, it was very Fleischer-esque animation. So yeah, so the story is about this young soldier. He gets kind of he comes across this witch, and she tells him to go inside this old hollow tree, and apparently there's like this treasure inside, and it kind of feels like the story of Aladdin, how the vizier or whoever the villain's supposed to be, he like tricks Aladdin into going into the Cave of Wonders or whatever it is, to find the lamp. But instead of that, it's the titular tinderbox. Um, so yeah, he goes in there. He finds he follows her instructions. There's three dogs in there. One that's like pretty big, one that's bigger, and then the other one is like a giant. Um, and yeah, basically the witch instructs him to get all three of the dogs to, go jump onto this apron that she gives him. Um, so yeah, they jump on the apron, and I guess they get. It kind of tames them for a moment, and he's able to get the treasures they're guarding. So yeah, he finds himself with a load of gold coins, and then on the way out, he makes sure to grab the tinderbox in question. So yeah, though unlike Aladdin, she doesn't like cut the rope she used to lower him in or anything. She doesn't necessarily turn on him. She just tries to. She just tells him to give her the tinderbox, and I guess he sees through whatever scheme. I mean, obviously the tinderbox is very magical, so she wants it for a reason, and I guess he kind of sees through her little, facade, and then he cuts her head off. So yeah, we get. It's not like super graphic or anything, but yeah, you do see her beheaded. There's no blood or anything, but still pretty crazy showing that. I mean, yeah, I don't know. I suppose this counts as a kid's movie, but yeah, it's a little graphic. Um, but yeah, so he has the tinderbox now, as well as all the treasure. He goes into town, and he kind of spends all of his treasure on like clothes and little luxuries, and then he ends up gambling the last of it away, and he's broke. But then, anyway, meanwhile, there's a whole plot with the king, and the king of the town, and he's he has like a astrologer, yeah, who watches the stars and apparently sees some kind of sign that the princess is gonna end up marrying this common soldier, the main character, and the king, he locks her away in a tower, which it does kind of make it almost a self-fulfilling prophecy, because this partially leads to her meeting the soldier in the first place. But yeah, so back where the soldier is staying, he's staying in some hotel, and since he's broke now, he has to stay up in the attic. So then he strikes the Tinderbox, and it summons the smallest of the three dogs. And, the dog explains that, if he strikes it twice, it'll summon the bigger dog, and then 3 times for the biggest one. And then, he tells the small dog, or the somewhat large dog that's smaller than the other two, to, bring him let him see the princess, and, the dog brings the princess over to him, and she's still asleep, and then he kisses her while she's sleeping, right in the lips. I guess that's one little dated detail, but, I guess shouldn't judge it too much. But anyway, the next morning, the princess tells the king about, the dream she had, where she was in this nice little room, and, this handsome soldier kisses her, and, so, then hearing about this, the king realizes, first I guess she's the king's mom, or whatever, the queen mother, I guess. She tries, she follows where the princess went, and she, marks the door, that, where the soldier is. And, but then the dog, he marks the rest of the doors in town, so that kind of ruins their plans. And then, the next night, the queen, she, ties this bag of sugar, I guess, to the princess's, what was it, her ear or neck, something like that. She ties a bag of sugar or something to her, and then, she follows, or the next day they follow the trail of sugar to the hotel, and then they arrest the soldier, and they're going to execute him. But then, before they execute him, he makes one last request, and, he requests to smoke a pipe one more time, and, obviously in doing so, he strikes the Tinderbox 3 times, which summons all 3 dogs. And then the dogs, save him, and, stop the king and everybody, and all that. And then him and the soldier and the princess get married, and it kind of pads out at the end. There's, a few extra minutes of, the whole wedding ceremony, basically, and the reception and all that. But, that wasn't really necessary, but oh well. By that point, the story's pretty much been completed. So this was pretty good. It wasn't, it wasn't anything, amazing, but for what it was, I appreciated it. It was, yeah, it was a pretty good movie. The animation was nothing amazing, but, pretty good. I think that's pretty much how I sum up the whole movie, is pretty good. And, yeah. I mean, if there's anything else I need to add, as usual, I'll put it in the comments. I mean, I guess I'll briefly bring up that the executioner at the end of the movie who's supposed to hang the soldier, they show a close-up of his face, and he's pretty freaky looking. But yeah, that's all I can really think of in terms of presentation and all that. Again, it's nothing special, but again, just like the movie I reviewed yesterday. Yesterday I reviewed the first ever Spanish animated film. This is the first ever Danish animated film. So, for what it is, yeah, I appreciate what went into it. And yeah, not really any major criticisms other than, the kissing the princess in her sleep part. But again, for the time this came out, I can excuse that. Yeah. So yeah, I guess I'll give this movie a 7 out of 10. And again, if there's anything I need to add, I'll put it in the comments. And I guess feel free to watch it. There's a subtitled version on YouTube. I think some of the subtitles are intentionally, goofy. I mean, this isn't the first time I watched a foreign movie that had, humorous subtitles that were obviously based on, modern, humor. I saw, there's kind of a random Mortal Kombat reference in there. There's a random reference to Bohemian Rhapsody by Queen. And then there's a scene where they're listing a bunch of people who didn't pay their taxes or whatever, and they name a bunch of names that wouldn't exactly be relevant for another 10, 20 years or so, Rod Serling and Hayao Miyazaki and Dracula and his son. Yeah. Obviously, I caught all those references, and yeah, I'm sure there were a bunch of other celebrity names in there that some of which probably weren't even relevant yet in 46 when this came out. Anyway, yeah, that's a small little detail, and but yeah, otherwise feel free to check it out on YouTube, and yep, pretty good movie. Nothing amazing, but it was good. So yeah, I guess I'll leave it at that for now. Mash it and smash it, signing off.